Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba. Today's November the 1st, episode number 30, and guys, we back for another week of Survivor. Last week was one of those weeks where everything seemed to just hit just perfect. All the picks that we looked at last week, you could have picked either one of the three and you were good. And if you stayed away, just a little humble brag, if you stayed away from that Kansas City pick, guess what? You good. And we here. And we back. So with that said, let's jump into this week's Survivor picks. But before we do that, let me give you my personal stay away game this week. And I was at the Waffle House on this game, guys. At first, I like Cleveland, first Arizona, and then I was like, I don't know, I might need to stay away from this game. And ultimately, I landed on, I'm going to stay away from this game, simply because Arizona, I have PTSD from this Arizona team. They knocked one of my teams out with the Dallas Cowboys earlier this year. I made Dallas one of my picks, and they beat Dallas. And I don't think I want to repeat this week. I think there's some better games out there, as there are every week, so I figured why take a chance on the Cleveland Browns when we can go out and make some other picks. And with that said, let's jump right into these picks. My number 3 pick for Survivor this week is the Baltimore Ravens. And they're playing the Seattle Seahawks. This should be a really good game. I think there'll be a lot of fireworks in this game. Should be a high-scoring game. And the Ravens, they won't be a popular pick this week because Seattle's playing well. So it's one of those picks where if you pick them, everybody else is going to be on another team. And even people who are able to pick the Baltimore Ravens this week, they've already chosen them earlier in the year. So even if they wanted to play them, they can't because they played them previous weeks. And I actually have a team that's played them. I don't think I'm going to play Baltimore this week, but I think they'll be a good pick. If you do have them available and you choose not to pick them this week, week 14 versus the Los Angeles Rams is shaping up to be a good week to have them on your radar as well. So Baltimore is my Survivor pick number 3. And with my second pick, and this has an asterisk by it, guys, is the Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. And the asterisk is if Tyler Heineke plays, I like the Falcons in this game. They're going to be facing a 5th-round rookie in Jaron Hall, and he'll be without the services again of Justin Jefferson, who won't be able to bail him out. And I just like the Falcons. They had more confidence when Taylor came in the game last week. If you don't want to use the Falcons this week, then you may want to look at week 16. I kind of looked at their schedule. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of games if they're not used this week that I would like. But the week 16 may be a week. But the Colts, we'll have to see how the Colts are playing during that time as well. So the Falcons, they're my number 2 Survivor pick. And my number 1 Survivor pick of the week is the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. I like the Saints this week. The Saints, they have a really good pass defense, and they're coming off of one of their best offensive performances of the year. Last week they put up, I think they hung 38 points last week, and it seems like they're turning the corner. It looks like Derek Carr, if he's not 100%, he's close to 100% after hurting his shoulder. So I love the New Orleans Saints as my number 1 Survivor pick this week. If for some reason you have other better options out there this week, you may want to consider the Saints week 14. They're going to play the Carolina Panthers. They'll play them at home. Or week 15, they'll play the New York Giants. So those are other weeks to consider if you just so happen to have better options this week. But when looking at weeks later on, consider this too, guys. It's no better time to strike than the present. You know, you wait, you put these teams off until later. Things can happen. Some teams start playing better. Your team that you're waiting to play may start playing not as good. So it really is a week by week assessment. But we have this week's picks, and I think these are some winners. I like these picks this week. And guys, let's go out there and live to see another week. Have a public service announcement. Spike that like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.